John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I have another interesting video for you. As you know, I'm really kind of like budget knives, and I have some, kind of middle of the road knives, but I also have, this Benchmade bug out that I carry quite a bit, almost $200 knife. And I've got the Tinker, the Victorinox Tinker. I paid maybe $10 for this or less used and cleaned it up. But you can get these for $20 brand new all day long. And they're just real common and they have a lot of functions. So I carry that quite a bit. I also recently got this Buck 112 Slim Select. I got it used kind of in a trade. It's about a $25 knife, something like that. And it's just excellent. Just an excellent knife. But gosh, you probably saw the title. I paid a little something on there, but I paid $1.50 for this. $1.50. So it's like, should I do a video on a knife I paid $1.50 for? Well, I just thought it was so interesting because I have seen these. It was in the local Menards. It's like a home improvement store. I believe Tom at Knife Delights had bought a knife for Fun Knife Friday recently from them. But I saw these all in bins and they were $2, it said. And I thought, oh, I saw this one and I kind of like the shape of the blade and everything. Kind of looks like a paraframe from Gerber. And I thought, oh, that looks kind of interesting. $2. Okay, why not? I'll give it a try. Got up to register and it was $1.59. So I was like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? Um, this is just an ultra budget knife. It is actually a slip joint and it doesn't have a pocket clip. It has two CR13 MOV steel, so very soft steel, very budget steel. There's some fit and finish kind of things on this. You can see the blade scratched there, and that's because the pivot screw loosened on me and it was scratching up against the sides of the scales of the knife. So I just took the pivot screw out and put a little Loctite on it, tighten it back down, and it has not moved. And you talk about sharp, with that 2CR, it's real easy to get this knife very sharp. And I just thought it was really interesting. It's pretty solid and it's a slip joint knife and it's got a real stiff pull to it. And I've been using it for about a week or so, just carrying it. And so I just thought it'd make an interesting discussion. Would you buy a $2 knife or a $1.50 knife? I think they serve a purpose for those people who lose their knives or really use them hard and they don't want to mess up a $200 knife or even a $20 knife, or they can't afford one of these. Well, they can just run down there and get one of these for $1.50. And if they lose it, if they mess it up, if they chip the blade, if they um, break it or whatever, they just go buy another one. So I think there is a place for these in the knife community. Would I crave to carry this all the time? No, probably not. I've got too many other choices as a knife collector. But I have to say, it's very slim. It was easy to carry. It cuts very nicely. I like the shape. I mean, it's got these funny holes trying to look like other knives and that kind of thing. I'm impressed that it actually has a pivot that you can adjust. Um, I was impressed with the sharpness out of the package. I think it's made by Toughworks, and but sold by Menards. I put a little lanyard on here so I could get it on my pocket a little easier. I had that laying around, so I just thought I would show you this and just see what you think. Would you buy a $2 knife? Honestly, there's so many other better choices. $25 with this Buck. I mean, that's just excellent. A Victorinox all day long. You can't beat the functionality and the quality. I'd say it depends on your situation, but if you can afford another $18, I would buy a Tinker or some other Victorinox or one of these other knives that are more in your category. Of course, the fit and finish on something like a Benchmade is going to really surpass a $1.50 knife, but both of these cut, all of these cut things, and they are sufficient tools to some degree. It just depends on what your use is and what your purpose is for carrying a pocket knife. But hey, at least you're carrying a pocket knife. Even if it's $1.50, I say, hey, that's great, because you're going to find that comes in handy quite often. So just an interesting video for you today. Thank you so much for watching.